Alright, what's up YouTube? Chaos here. Alright, so today I've got a tutorial for you. What we're going to be doing is we're going to make this metal textured text layer. Oops, I guess Windows doesn't like to run like that. Okay. What we're going to do is, this has nothing to do with third-party content. This is all inside of Photoshop. You don't need to download any texture maps or anything. So let's get to work. Alright, first what we're going to do is we're going to open a new document. I already did that. We have it right here. Make your background black. That's the only thing I have to say. Just change it to background color. Well, okay, just use the paint bucket tool. But anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to make a new layer. Fill it with your text. I'll just use, let's see. For right now, I think I'll just use Arial. And we're not going to be able to, oh wait, yeah, we will, for a second. We'll say metal, just for a simple text. Okay, we're going to change the color to black. Font size, you can keep it whatever you want. I'm going to set it to Arial Black, just so it works a little better. Usually bolder fonts work better with this, just because it gives it a little more detail. Okay, but we're going to click the check mark, or you can just hit enter. And okay, we're going to make a new layer above the metal layer. And we are going to go to the paint bucket tool and make it a kind of light to medium gray. Alright. Now what we're going to do is go to noise, or filter, noise, add noise. Go to about 100 to 150%. Change the distribution to Gaussian and set it to monochromatic. Hit OK, and this is what you got. Okay, go back to filter, go to blur, motion blur, set the angle to somewhere around -10 degrees and the distance around 200 pixels. Hit OK. Now you notice on the sides here we have a little more contrast in the color. We don't want that, so what we're going to do is on PC you're going to hit Control T. On Mac it would be Command T. Expand it so you don't see the edges, and you can hit this little check mark or you can press enter. Either way, it's the same thing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Layer and say Create Clipping Mask. You can also hit Control Alt G. And you see what it does. It allows the mask to, or allows the layer to become a mask for the metal text. Now what this does is, another way you can do this is highlight your text layer and just hit this little guy down here. It'll make a layer mask. But you don't want to, I wouldn't suggest doing that because you can't edit the text at all. If you do this, you can change the font and nothing will happen. See? It'll still work. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to make another new layer. But this time what we're going to do is use previous layers to create clipping mask. Change the mode to overlay and hit OK. Now what we're going to do is set this back to black and white. Here are your foreground and background colors. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Filter, Render, Clouds. Alright, now we got that. What we're going to do is go to Blur, Gaussian Blur, set it to about 10 pixels, should be fine. And just real fast, I'm going to expand this text just so you can see it a little better. Hold on one sec. Alright. Now that we got that, we are going to make another layer. So set this again to use previous, and we're going to set the mode to multiply and fill with multiply neutral color, white. Check that. Hit OK. Now this will make a white layer, but you don't see it because it's on multiply. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to noise, add noise again, keep the same settings, go to filter, noise, median. Set the radius to about 9 or 10 pixels. Hit OK. And we've got, it looks kind of like dust and scratches on here. Looks nice. Okay, now most of the work is done now. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our text layer, double click, and it'll bring up the layer style menu. We're going to go to bevel and emboss, change the technique to chisel hard, change the depth to probably about 250%, change the size to whatever you want really. It doesn't have to be this, it can be your own personal preference. But go to gloss contour, click on the little icon they got there, go to preset, ring. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go to gradient overlay, change the blend mode to overlay, and scale to whatever you really feel like. It doesn't really matter too much. I like it a little more black and white, but you're going to want the angle to stay at 90 degrees. And this is your own personal preference, or whatever you want this to be used as. You can set an outer glow. I use this on a drawing that I made. You can check that out at my DeviantArt page, xchaoswolfx.deviantart.com. Let's see. Let's make it red, just for the hell of it. Range, spread. Alright, I think that looks pretty cool. But that is your layer. And unlike if you used a layer mask for this, you can actually edit the text. So let's say I want to use Billy Argle font. Looks like crap like this, but you get the point. Let's see. Tribal. Always looks cool. Love that font. I use this for a lot of stuff that I do. But there you go. Well, that is the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Oh, by the way, I was using Photoshop CS6 for this. But you can use CS4, CS5, maybe CS3, I'm not sure. But it definitely will work in those two. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.